To say that something that has been brought to my attention as is like on the rise right now is that K-pop.
Yeah, but K-pop is a ripoff of black people also.
All of it is a ripoff of Black people. We are the originators of this genre. And all of it goes back to Africa and the drums. That's why I felt like it's funny. I feel like the NFL and these companies have no choice but to try to go international. I don't think the NFL is international. I think soccer is more international, but I think we need to embrace, and that's what the NFL realized. I need to embrace these Hispanic people because I am trying, because that's where the populations are in these countries of color. Our numbers in America itself are going down. So, and Trump is doing a great job of slowly bringing it down and destroying it. And I say, go ahead, because when we rebuild, we got to build differently. We can't come back the way it was. So, at the end of the day, the NFL sees the tea leaves, and the colonizers know. Let's go out and see where else we can try to infiltrate.
Yeah, no, you have an excellent point. It's just funny because we look at that stuff and it's not it's not it's not where we need it to be, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the funny part is that we don't you know, maybe in a couple of years it will be K-pop or but like I said, they'll probably bring somebody Caucasian because they've gone off code 2 years in a row. Well, 3 years if you talk about when Dr. Dre was on, 3 out of the last 5 years they've had it was more minority flavored. So yeah, that's the crazy part. But you know how it is. Some of us don't want to let go, and some of us don't want to be free as opposed to actually what American music is. But that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But give me a second. I'm gonna put up this little video I was supposed to show at the beginning, but it didn't. It I had some technical difficulties.
Not technical difficulties.
Yes, I have not been smarter than the equipment. Give me a second. This is going to be about it's going to be about 2 minutes.
The podcast that unpacks the culture wars of Super Bowl Sunday. Welcome to Two Americas. To Visions, the podcast where I dig into the moments that shape our culture, our values, and our national identity. This is DFG, and today, I am talking about the 2026 Super Bowl halftime landscape, a moment that was far more than just entertainment. It was a cultural referendum, a conversation about who we are and where we're headed. This year, we witnessed the dueling halftime shows. On one side, Bad Bunny brought a multilingual, global, and diasporic energy to the stage. His show was a celebration of diversity and the new America, country shaped by many voices and influences. It was fresh, dynamic, and resonated with those who see the United States as a crossroads of cultures. Meanwhile, TPUSA's counter show was a throwback to patriotic, traditionalist, and conservative values. It was guitar-driven with rock and country energy and flag imagery everywhere. For many, it was a reaffirmation of the classic American spirit rooted in tradition, national pride, and the idea of America as a shining city on a hill. Both shows were successful in their own right. But here's the big question. What do these dueling shows say about American identity? Are we splitting into two Americas, each with its own vision and values? Or are we learning how to live with and celebrate our differences? To break it down, I'll look at the cultural significance of each performance, share insights from fans on both sides, and explore how these shows can be used as a framework for discussion in workshops, classrooms, or sermons. For educators and writers, I'll even offer a comparative table to help teach and write about these contrasting visions. Stick around as I dive deep into what this moment means for the future of America. Are we moving toward a new consensus or embracing the reality of dueling narratives? Let's unpack it together. And don't forget, if you want a deeper cultural analysis, practical frameworks, or teaching tools, let me know. I'm here to help you start the conversation in your own community.
And that was what I was gonna start for the beginning of the show, but unfortunately it didn't work out like that. Could y'all hear that?
Yeah, yes, heard it. I wanted
Yeah.
to
Okay. So what did you think of the video I just showed?
correct it. It was a good marketing tool. I want to know the teaching tools.
And I do have some of those things that, that I was doing a little research and getting things in order and making sure that what we had was what we needed as far as starting off the show. But like I said, I just want to make sure that everybody got it at the time. But you know, with the Super Bowl now and in the future, if they let C Breezy do it, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. That'll be the most watched because 98% of black women will watch it. And like, because if and the crazy part about him is he charges women $1,000 to take a picture with him, and those
Really?
lines be long. So not only is he getting paid to do the concert, but 2 hours after the concert, he now you think if it takes 3 minutes to do one picture for $1,000, and that's almost $40,000 if you got 40 people in an hour, about 40 to 50 people in an hour in 2 hours. That's a lot of money, and it's cash too, or cash app. So I mean, hey, he's got the look and he's got the talent, so he can do that. But the biggest thing about it is, what are y'all as far as do you think Turning Point will do a show next year? Or do you think if they have the quote right person unquote, well, you think they'll stop, they'll not do it?
I think it just speaks to the sad state that we're in that they even decided to do that this year. It shows how divided Trump had America. I think there was a lot of Super Bowls where they didn't like the artists, but they didn't decide to just do a counter show. And I think it was the Hispanic nature and the fact of it shows you how the guilt they feel, the way they're attacking these brown people on our streets, that they're just like, oh, we just gonna try to do a counter show, or that, in my opinion, it still flopped. I guess it just shows us in such a negative light to the world. And
Right.
I thought it was hilarious today. I was reading something where China has now said anyone convicted of child sex abuse, or they're eligible for the death penalty. And I feel like that's just a knock on Trump in America. Like, it's just ridiculous how far our stock have gone down.
Oh, I agree 100%. I agree 100%. But that's not really is that really the answer though? To put people on death row for that? And I'm not saying that they should be punished. I am not saying that they should not be punished.
I don't know if that's
But overall, I mean, especially in this country, some people, you see that how how they treating the people that are on that list. They ain't throwing nobody in jail. Ain't nobody going to jail over that, unfortunately. But
not.
those children and now adults are going to be harmed more. Go ahead, Ms. Dream.
I mean, not in our country, but in other countries, people are stepping down left and right. They're serving time. They're getting consequences. I think that's a part of the problem with America. Had we punished the Confederates when they try to revolt. We don't punish these white supremacists for the crazy things they do, and that's why it keeps coming back around. And that's why Trump thought it was okay to set off that racist meme. And okay, you didn't apologize. It's like these colonizers, these special breed of white folks that we have here, these special type of evil, they don't know how to apologize when they've wronged. And we've not taught them that as a country. So they've gotten away with so much stuff. I mean, this to me, that whole child rape, molest thing, that goes back to slavery, where they were abusing black and brown girls and boys and selling special quote unquote fancy slaves. So we
Yeah.
don't teach our history because we don't want people to know, we don't want ourselves to know the truth or to deal with the truth. And that's the whole cusp of why that which rises high will fall.
Yeah. The Bible does say pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before the fall. And, one of the things when you have overweening pride in your country to the fact that you're putting country over God or your nationality over God, you're going to have stuff like this to where rules are for rules are for thee and not for me. We don't look at it like that, but that's how it is. People don't understand is that, we are who we are and the country is what it is. And I just, I want to be optimistic, but I can't say that there's anything to be optimistic about. It's just we have to press on because Paul said in the Bible, we press towards the mark of the high calling. And it's not a sprint, it's not a jog. Um, sometimes if you crawling, as long as you moving, and that's what we need to continue to do as a black community. We need to continue moving forward because we've been through this dance before. Our parents have been through this dance. Our grandparents have been through this dance. This dance is not a new. It's new to a lot of other people, but it ain't new to us. And a lot of people on the FO portion of FAFO. We already knew, and we was telling them this is, y'all going F around, and now they finding out. Bitty taste of what it is to be black in America, and they don't like it. They don't like it one bit because you know, for all of that, we still hold our heads up high. Go ahead, Big Al.
Yeah, I was just going back looking, and I think it was Lady Dream who mentioned somebody who's not of color. And looking back, Bad Bunny this year, Kendrick Lamar last in 2025, Usher in 2024, Rihanna in 2023, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, and uh, the guy, I can't remember his name, but he's the rapper from Ludacris. Yeah, Ludacris in 2022, Bruno Mars in 2021, and in 2020 was the girl Jennifer Lopez. So there have been a lot of people of color for the last 6 years. So I think there's going to be some pressure or whatever against the NFL to try to get one of those lighter skinned artists to do the next one.
Yeah, no, I got you, and they're probably gonna make it country, but
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
think they're going to try to keep on to this momentum of that brown money.
Well, that's the way the country's going. The country's getting browner, and they don't
Yeah.
like it. They
Yeah.
they do not like it one bit. But the rest of us, we're gonna do what we gotta do. We got to do what we got to do. But I'm gonna end the show about right now. I want to appreciate everybody who's been on, Miss Dream, Miss Some, Big Al, those who are usually on tonight. Neither were my co-hosts, but people got lives, and the show must go on. And I want y'all to think about it. Um, we're going towards two different Americas. Well, we should be one America, but sometimes we just can't get it right. I want y'all to come back next week. We'll find another topic to talk about. And never make love by the garden gate. Though love is blind, the neighbors ain't. Y'all be good.